Hello everyone, and welcome to Inner Spark, the place where true stories light a fire in your heart and remind you that greatness lives inside you. Today's story is titled, The Day He Decided to Never Give Up, Inspirational Journey. Life often brings challenges that feel far too heavy to carry. Many of us feel moments where the burden of failure, rejection, or hardship makes us want to quit. But sometimes, it's exactly in those dark moments where true transformation begins. Andrew's journey is proof that even when the odds are stacked against you, one decision to keep moving forward can turn your entire future around. Before we dive into Andrew's powerful journey, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Inner Spark, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an inspiring story that could shift your mindset. Every story we share is crafted to push you closer to the life you deserve. And today's could be the one that sparks a new fire inside you. Andrew grew up in a small town in the UK. Inside a modest family where every pound mattered, his father worked long hours at a factory while his mother managed household chores and part-time jobs to keep food on the table. Andrew often saw the worry in their eyes as they counted bills late at night. From a young age, he understood struggle, but he also admired how his parents carried themselves with dignity. Deep within, he promised he'd one day lift them out of hardship. As a teenager, Andrew was deeply passionate about football. He would spend hours on the field practicing, dreaming of one day playing for a big club. But life had different plans. Injuries hit him repeatedly, forcing him to the sidelines while his teammates advanced. He felt forgotten, invisible, and unworthy. Each rejection letter from local teams cut deeper than the last. Still, even in his pain, he couldn't silence the dream that whispered, "You are meant for more." When Andrew entered university, the weight of life only grew heavier. He had always been average in academics, and now the pressure doubled. While others seemed to grasp subjects easily, Andrew struggled late into the night, often falling asleep over his notes. Failure felt constant, and the thought of dropping out lingered in his mind. He would sit alone, wondering if maybe life had chosen him to remain ordinary. Yet, each time despair grew louder, he reminded himself that quitting was not an option. To make ends meet, Andrew worked part-time at a small cafe. The shifts were long, often stretching late into the night, leaving him drained and exhausted for morning lectures. Yet, this job gave him perspective. Serving coffee and food, he met countless people, each carrying stories of hardship, heartbreak, or resilience. He realized everyone was fighting battles unseen, and somehow, that softened his own pain. Struggle wasn't unique to him, it was the common thread of humanity. Despite working, Andrew's financial struggles didn't go away. There were nights when he skipped dinner, saving money just to pay rent or buy books. Hunger gnawed at him, but instead of letting it weaken his spirit, he let it harden his determination. He whispered to himself, "One day, I'll look back and smile at this hunger, because it taught me why I must succeed." His dreams were no longer about luxury, they were about survival and dignity. Then came the moment that nearly broke him, failing a critical exam that determined his future path. Andrew felt crushed, almost paralyzed by disappointment. Sitting in his small room, staring at the ceiling, he questioned everything. Why me? Why do I always fall short? The thought of giving up whispered sweetly in his ear. But that night, something remarkable happened. He made a decision. He swore to himself that no matter how many times he fell, he would never give up. That vow became the turning point of Andrew's life. From that moment, he changed how he lived. He studied differently, cutting off distractions, waking up earlier, and dedicating himself fully. He no longer feared failure, he used it as fuel. While others gave up after stumbling, Andrew treated failure as his greatest teacher. Slowly, he realized that success wasn't about being gifted, but about being relentless. With this new mindset, small victories started appearing. Andrew passed the exam he once failed, and though it seemed minor to others, it was monumental. For him, that win lit a fire in his chest, proving he could rise above any setback. With every achievement, no matter how small, his confidence grew. He began to believe that if he could overcome this, he could overcome anything life put in front of him. Opportunities followed. At first, they were small extra shifts, small projects, and internships. But each one built his skills and reputation. Employers began to notice that Andrew wasn't the smartest in the room, but he was the most persistent. His resilience stood out more than his qualifications. Slowly, doors that once felt sealed began to crack open, and Andrew was ready to walk through every single one. But the journey wasn't smooth. Andrew faced rejection letters, lost jobs, and nights filled with loneliness. Old fears resurfaced, trying to pull him back into doubt. Yet, unlike before, he now had an unshakable mindset. He no longer saw challenges as proof he wasn't enough, but as training for the greatness ahead. He had built mental armor, and nothing could break it. Years later, Andrew finally achieved what once seemed impossible, landing his dream job at a company he once thought was out of his league. The feeling wasn't about money alone, it was about pride. He remembered nights of hunger, rejection, and tears, and realized each one had sculpted him into the man he became. Success wasn't a gift, it was a reward for refusing to quit. Andrew's victory wasn't just personal, it rippled outward. His friends who once doubted him now asked for his advice. Younger students at the university looked up to him, inspired by his grit. His story became a torch for others, showing them that even when the world says no, persistence can create your own yes. His life became living proof of resilience. Looking back, Andrew realized that what changed his life wasn't luck or talent, it was one decision. The decision to never give up. That promise he made in his darkest hour became the foundation of everything that followed. Life didn't magically become easy, but his mindset turned every hardship into a stepping stone instead of a wall. Andrew understood something profound. Success isn't about avoiding pain, it's about enduring it. Every failure carried a lesson. Every setback taught him patience, and every climb made him stronger. His journey wasn't perfect, but it was powerful because it was real, and because he chose to keep walking, no matter how heavy the storm. And here's the lesson for you. No matter where you are today, whether broke, rejected, or doubting yourself, your story can change the moment you decide not to give up. That decision may not erase pain overnight, but it gives your struggle meaning. Like Andrew, you don't need perfection. You just need persistence. Andrew's journey is proof that the darkest nights often produce the brightest mornings. His success was born from scars, and his strength was carved by struggle. He showed that greatness is not about how many times you win, but how many times you rise when life pushes you down. His legacy is not perfection, it's resilience. So, to you listening right now, take Andrew's story as your reminder. Don't give up, don't give in, and don't let failure be the end of your journey. Your breakthrough might be closer than you imagine. Keep moving forward, even if it's just one small step today. Tomorrow, that step may be the one that changes your life forever. Thank you for watching Inner Spark. If Andrew's journey touched your heart, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs hope. Remember this, your story is not finished until you win.